Hello and thank you for clicking on my channel. I hope you do love food as much as we do. In this video I'm going to show you what we ate for our evening meal each night of the week. I do this every week, and if there's a recipe for the meal I will add that to the channel as well. So my name is Jilly and my husband's name is Gary. So there's just me and Gary in the house, but we do have grandchildren popping in and out as well. So let me show you what we ate this week. 11th of August, me and Gary had different. We both had fish, but we both had fish with new potatoes and corn. So here are the potatoes that we had. They were on offer at Tesco's for 99p. So we always have new potatoes on a Monday, so these are the ones that we got. Put them in a pan and just salted them, and they took about 25 minutes just on the cooker hob in some boiling water, so didn't take long at all. And this is the corn that we use. It's only a small tin. We share it between two of us. Put that in a pan as well, and that just warms up on the cooker top minus the lid. This is the fish that Gary had. He had lightly dusted bassa fillets. He'd got one left, so he had one of those, and I had fresh bassa fillets. So mine was just pan fried slightly on the hob and then put in the oven for round about it was about 8 minutes I put it in for. And I have one full fillet and just half a one as well. Start the bassa off in some butter, so I pan fry this in some butter, and then I just put it in the oven for the last about 8 or 9 minutes. You could do it all in the pan if you wanted to, but my pan's not very good, so the bassa tends to stick to it, which is a bit annoying. I definitely need a new pan. Potatoes bubbling away here, so they're on at the same time as Gary's fish is in the oven. Like I said, mine doesn't take that long to cook, so I can put that in the last 10 minutes of the potatoes cooking. Just do Gary this curry sauce. It's a Bisto curry sauce. I just put 3 teaspoons in there in that ramekin, and then just fill it with water and mix it together, so it's quite easy to do. So now we're dishing up, so we've got the curry sauce on there, and the next thing to go on is the potatoes. So we just have a few potatoes each, and then the fish goes on as well then. Corn's already on there as well, so I've popped the corn on there. So that's Gary's dinner, and then I put my batter on there. So like I said, I got half a one, and then I'd got a full one. Did overcook it, to be fair. I forgot about it in the oven. I think I left it in for about 12 minutes. Probably like leather. And then that's it. So that's Gary's all done. Looks nice. It was nice, that fish. And that's mine as well. I didn't have the curry sauce on there. I don't like it. So that's it. That's it for Mondays. Good start. See you tomorrow. Bye. Tuesday the 12th of August, we had sticky honey chicken served with egg noodles. This is the finished dish. It's really easy to do. As usual, get your ingredients together before you start your dish, and marinate the chicken, probably if you can 2 hours before. The recipe is on the channel, so you will see this in the link below, and you'll be able to follow along and do this particular recipe. It's really delicious and a lovely treat meal. Bye everybody, and see you tomorrow. 11th of August, we had Geeta Tikka Masala curry with long grain rice, naan bread, mango chutney and poppadoms. This is the finished result with the curry, the poppadoms, mango chutney, rice and naan bread. I've got a recipe on the channel for the Geeta curry, so I'll put that in the link below. But just go through briefly what I did with this. This is the Tikka curry paste. It's by Geeta's, and I got this from Morrison's, although you can get this from Farm Foods, I believe. I'm not sure about other supermarkets. So in a pan you would put onions, chicken, and if you want mushrooms, which we had mushrooms in there, stir them all together, and then you'll need to add your curry paste. Add a can of tomatoes, and then round about a third of the can of tomatoes with water. So fill a third of the can with water and pour that in as well. That's what I mean. I did the naan breads in the toaster. They were only diddy ones. The rice was one of them boil in the bags. Took about 10 minutes, and it was 2 portions of rice. And now I'm going to add some cream in there. I just used the cream that I got left. I wouldn't say there was a massive amount there, probably about 50 ml. But you can add as much as you want, depends how creamy you want it. But it was just fine for us, this one. Really, really lovely. So now we're going to dish up. So I've got the rice on there, and then that's the curry. Then some mini poppadoms, which you can just get in a bag from Tesco. The mango chutney, and the naan breads on there as well. And that's it, all dished up, all ready like a little picnic. It was thoroughly enjoyable, and the link to the Geeta curry is below for you, so you can have a look at that. Hope you've enjoyed it. Have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye. 14th of August, we had creamy pork fillet with mushrooms and spaghetti. And here's the finished dish. Absolutely lovely. The sauce was gorgeous. Mushrooms and the pork fillet. It was absolutely delicious. I've put this recipe on the channel, so it is in the link below, so you can have a look at how we made this. You can make this with chicken, you can make it with beef. We had pork in, so that's why we used the pork, but it was absolutely lovely, and you'll really love it if you like creamy dishes, mushrooms, garlic. We didn't add chilli, but you can add chilli if you want it. Then this is the one for you. So have a look at this in the channel and have a go at making it. Bye everybody, see you tomorrow. Bye. 16th of August, we had creamy chicken and mushroom risotto. This is the risotto all made up. It is in the link below, so the recipe to this is Gary's recipe, and he's put that in the link below, so have a look at that and you'll be able to see how he cooked it from scratch. Hey everybody, bye. 16th of August, we had Nando's chicken wrap with hash brown and cheese. These are the finished wraps with the chicken in there, with the sauce on, the Nando sauce, the hash browns and the cheese as well. Serve them with fries. So this is the bag and bake peri peri medium style Nando sauce that you get. You get a bag with it, which you also get some of the sauce with that, so you get that. It does say on the bag to use 500 grams of chicken. We were just short of 500 grams. I think we were about 450 grams of chicken. Put the chicken in the bag and then pour the sauce all over the chicken and give it a good shake. So make sure that's all shook and all the chicken is coated. So you can have a look in the bag and just give it a good shake and make sure it's all coated thoroughly. If you're happy with that, then you need to flatten the bag and then fold it under, and it needs to go on a tray just like that, flat. So this is how you would have it on the tray. So just fold it down, seam side underneath, and it goes in the oven for half an hour. Gary's having hash brown on his, and we're both having lettuce and cheese. And we have got the Nando's Peronaise and sweet chili jam. These were the tortilla wraps that we got. We got them from Tesco's, and they just warm up in about 30 seconds in the microwave. These were the French fries that we got, the Tesco's lightly seasoned French fries, and they take 10 minutes in the air fryer. So these are the 3 chicken breasts all cooked, and then Gary's going to slice them so that they're easier to put in the wrap. So just cut them into slices like that, ready to go in the wrap. So this is mine, so I've just got the chicken on there, and then I'm going to have some grated cheese on there. I don't like sauces, as if you've watched my videos, I'm not keen of sauce of any kind. So I had just cheese on mine. Gary did put me a little bit of lettuce in there as well, but he added it afterwards. Got some fries on there, and then the wrap was added on afterwards. Lovely. So Gary's wrap was a lot more interesting than mine, so he had the Peronaise on there. He also had the chili jam as well, and then the chicken. So Gary had 2 wraps, so he had 2 pieces of chicken with his. Once he put the chicken on there, then he added hash brown and cheese. Makes it a bit more interesting. Put the skewer in there just to hold it in place, just for the plate. And then add the 2 on there, and then at the end some seasoned fries with that. Absolutely delicious. The chicken is so tender as well, cooked in this bag of the Nando sauce. Really lovely. And the seasoned fries are gorgeous as well. But have a go at that, it's really, really nice. 17th, Sunday lunch, we had a Tesco meal deal, and that was with beef brisket, dauphinoise potatoes, tender stem broccoli. We bought some extra veg, and we had that with a rich bone marrow sauce, which you got with the beef. This is the finished plate, all dished up: dauphinoise, Yorkshire puddings, carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, the beef in the middle, and the tender stem broccoli as well. This was the meal deal that we got. It was a dining range, and it was £15, and that was the main course. You also got a side, which we got the dauphinoise potatoes, and you got a dessert, which we got the sticky toffee pudding. You also got drinks as well, so we got some 4 bottles of beer with that, but you could have got water, wine, Coke. There were a few drinks to choose from. So this is what you got in the bag. So you got the beef in the bag with it's stock, some kind of stock, and then you got the sauce with that as well. So that's the gravy. And then we got the dauphinoise, which once again served 2 people, and that cooked for about 35 minutes in the oven. The beef, you cut open the packaging and emptied it into an oven-proof dish. You had to cook it for 15 minutes with some foil on. Then you basted it for another, after 15 minutes, and then cooked it for another 15 minutes. And then after half an hour, you took the foil off and cooked it for another 5 minutes, and then let it stand for 5 minutes before serving. Dauphinoise, you had to peel off the film lid, and then that took about 35 minutes. The Yorkshire puddings I got from Marks and Spencer's. You get 4 in a pack, and they were beef dripping ones and took 4 minutes in the oven. I got these this pack of veg, it was 88p, and I got that on the Sunday morning, and that took 5 minutes in boiling salted water. I'm just taking the foil off just to baste the beef for the first time, and all you do is get the stock and just spoon it over the beef, and then cover it back up, and then put it back in the oven for another 15 minutes. And then put your Yorkshire puddings on a tray. These took 4 minutes. That's all they took for these. So with the sauce, it's a pouch of sauce, and you pour it in. And you add some of the stock from the beef. Now we found that the sauce was quite strong, so we did add a splash of water and just thickened it up with some gravy granules. But have a taste, because your taste might be completely different to ours. So we've got the tender stem broccoli, which took about 4 minutes in salted boiling water. Once the beef has done, we've put the stock in the gravy, and then Gary is going to slice it. So it's rested for 5 minutes and Gary's going to slice it, ready for dishing up. Now we've got his plates ready for dishing up, and the first thing is Gary's going to put the beef on the plate. Then we're going to add a Yorkshire pudding on there. I did the dauphinoise, which as you can see did a brilliant job chucking it all over the plate. And then we added the vegetables on there. So firstly we added the broccoli, the tender stem broccoli, and then the other vegetables as well. And then just pour some of that lovely rich sauce all over it. It was lovely, but we did have to just water it down a tad. Must be pussies, us. And that's it, all dished up. Lovely Sunday lunch. It was absolutely scrummy. The meat was very rich. I had to give a piece to Gary. Anyway, see you later. Hope you've enjoyed Meals of the Week and see you next week.